Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. So, I wanted to give you a little bit of an update on how I'm going to be organizing myself. I found some not so cool things out about Substack that they allow for Nazi and hate speech to be on this platform. And of course, we all want free speech. However, as everything in the human world, there are limits, and it's not so easy to know where those limits are. But when it comes to hate speech and continuing with the narrative that the Holocaust did not happen, or just being anti-Semitic, or just hating any type of group and being ignorant, I don't think that a platform should allow. However, apparently, Substack does not stop them from acting this way. And so I've just been considering what options to do and how I should go about it. So I've decided that I'm going to stay on Substack, but I'm going to keep everything that I have on here free. So anything that I post here, any of the videos, my newsletter, activities, it's all going to be for free content. For my paid subscribers, I am deciding what to do. I don't know if I should go to Patreon and have things on there, or have it on my website and just put the links on the Substack newsletter, so it's easier for everyone to find. I don't know yet. I'm still deciding, and I would like to hear from you what you would prefer. Of course, it's easy that everything's here in one spot, and you know, you can, sorry, and you can find everything, but hold on, you're dirty. But I don't know. I don't feel well with staying on this platform and allowing it to profit. So those are my thoughts for the moment. So another thing that I wanted to say is that I want to continue with comics and graphic novels, and I think that's going to become a regular thing, like an additional thing um, for paid subscribers, where we can do exercises, and I can show you guys a bit of my like comic-y visual journal type thing and observations that I might have regarding that pursuit. So that'll be, an additional thing that I'm doing. Now, when it comes to this month, I was not able to post on the 13th, I believe it was, or the 12th. It was the 12th. And there were for several reasons. Some that I don't really want to get into, and others I have no problem with. I was getting sick. You can still hear it. It's like in the back of my throat. I was quite ill for a day there. Didn't have a fever, but I had no energy, and I couldn't focus, and I just had to lay in bed, and I was having body aches and everything. It was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. So that's why I wasn't able to post. And then because of other reasons, the ones I don't really want to disclose, I wasn't really able to sit down and create. It was not possible. It really wasn't. And I need to listen to myself when I can't do things. I can't force myself to do them. It just, it would have been, it wouldn't have been good. So that's why I wasn't able to post it. But I did do the activity, as I said. Here, I can show it here. I did do the activity as I said that I would do, which is taking a day in the life and drawing it. And so that's what I wanted to talk about today. And also go into this book where we can do some of the exercises. So as you can see here, I've been quite active in this sketchbook. And there have been moments where I've just been sitting down to journal what I do every day. Um, some things I've looked at them and drawn, and here my son stood still for quite a while, so I was able to really draw him in his like natural position and everything, which was nice. And then others, these two was from pure imagination. You can really tell from the legs. This was observing, again, drawing my dog, which I had already spoken about. This here, when I went to the movies, was also just from my imagination, but there I used a different approach. And this was also while watching TV. This again was from my imagination, just, thinking about, what I was doing. and then this was a different approach. So the three different approaches that I've been taking have been as following. I have been drawing from memory, which is the hardest. It's absolutely the hardest thing to do because you really need to have a good visual library of natural positions of things, especially if you're drawing the human body, which can be hard, especially with the arm and the legs and the feet, or just facial expressions. That's the hardest, and it takes a lot of training beforehand. And even though I've done a lot of the training, there's still some of them where I just get it wrong. I just get it really wrong. But I mean, that's part of this, to just get it wrong sometimes. Another approach that I've been doing is live, like in the moment. And that's easier. That is definitely easier, but still, you do need the skill of translating things that are in 3D into 2D. And that also requires training, but it is easier than just drawing purely from memory. The third one has been with photo references. This is what I would recommend we all do. This is the best thing because through photo references, you are training already, losing the fear of this pen and the paper. And also, you are training your ability to create a catalog for your visual library because that is what you will need in order to progress to drawing from memory. Now, I would recommend that you do all of these, absolutely all of these. You can start, I would say the first one to start with is photo references, then do live, and then finally do drawing from memory. That would be the process that I have done it and that I would recommend you do it. But at the same time, I do want you to do exercises of just think of a pose. Let's do it now. Just think of a pose. Like, what pose do you think I'm sitting in? And then I will take a picture and I'll show you. And I'm sitting in it, so the viewpoint that I look at it is from my own personal viewpoint. So I'm just going to try to translate that as an observer looking at me. So it can be kind of hard, but I'm going to try. I'm just going to try. So here, this would be the head. And as I said, everything can be, the starting point is just with circles and triangles. Rectangles. Sorry, my head is still very, very mushy. I'm trying not to look at myself. I'm just trying to draw. It can be hard not to look at myself. This one's more extended, so it would be further. Yeah. Pen would be here. So I have one. The chairs here. This is a really good exercise, actually. I have one leg. This. I think this is a bit wider. You need to be okay with creating mistakes. You need to be okay with that. I know there are cushions here. I'm really trying not to look at it. That's the hard part. So there. And now I'm going to pull away. Let's see if I can. Or hold on. How do I show you guys? See if I angle it down, and then I'll move away. See, so this is how I was, like this. Good. So that's a good exercise to do. Like just try to pull yourself out if you were from a different angle, like right in front of you, and draw your position. And that's a good way of already starting this drawing from memory. It's very hard, guys. It's very hard, but it's a really great exercise. Good. So that is the approach. So take pictures. If you can, while you're there, just sit and draw. That's the best thing you can do. And because you buy a cheap sketchbook, you don't really care. Because at first you're going to think, oh, I'm wasting paper, I'm wasting a sketchbook. But in reality, it's no waste whatsoever. Even if you're creating horrible, horrible things, you're still learning. Every single horrible line will lead to a properly placed line down the road. So you need to make these mistakes to know it doesn't go there. It goes a centimeter to the left or whatever. So that is lesson number 1.